Yo, what is up, folks? Over here we have tomorrow's patch notes. Today, update 2.6.0 Birth on Liberty is going to be happening tonight. Technically tomorrow, April 16th. It will last up to 8 hours. Ooh, that's a long patch note. Long maintenance period. However, this is going to be adding the dyeable weapon skins, new solo dungeons, and more. Now, because they didn't add it to the list before, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this first, just to get the pressure off people's minds, because some people probably didn't see it in the first time like I did, but they did add it recently, as they said through this post here. We've recently updated the patch notes with an additional note, general section. Please check out the missing note. New dungeon weapons have been added to the dungeon reward pool. These weapons are now also available from the All Things merchant. This wasn't there before when they first posted the patch notes. They added it like an hour after, so yeah, we're gonna be able to get those. No need to panic, no need to sound the alarms, because trust me, when I first started I was like, nah, this has got to be a mistake. They're not adding these. We're gonna have a problem here, but they added it, so we're good now. So let's go ahead and get back to the actual patch notes. They went ahead and reduced repetitive announcements from the Herba Village breeze line manager Hayes. But don't worry, if you're the resistance is still free. Hall of Illusions is going to get their tiers reduced from 5 to 3. So now it's going to be like a normal, medium, hard, or easy, normal, hard mode type situation. The rotation of the bosses is going to be 2 new bosses. Actually, it's going to be Variance and Marta, and that's going to be their first appearance in the Hall of Illusion. And with them, we're going to be able to get the Nebula Island necklaces and belts as possible rewards. And the item rewards are going to be rotating between bosses as the bosses rotate every week. The Mirror Boutique is popping out with the ability to dye weapon skins, and the weapons that are currently able to be dyed are going to be the Abyssal, the Sanguine, and the Fortunate. The Stormcaller coming out tomorrow is going to be the one that they're going to be adding. But we've had the Abyssal, the Sanguine, and the Fortunate. The Abyssal being the one that's currently in the Battle Pass right now. The Sanguine being one of the first few weapon skins. And I believe the Fortunate was one of the ones we got directly after, right around in, I want to say the early November. I could be wrong though. Then they're letting us add more flair with new prints and patterns. That's going to be available in the Mirror Boutique for the outfit customization section. Now, going back to this, they've removed the Dimensional Trial matchmaking reward boxes. Have been temporarily removed from the Dimensional Trial completion and will return in a future update. This is stopping people from getting more of the loyalty coins, which, I mean, I get it. They don't want to get as much as quickly, but it's whatever. And then the 3-star dungeon, which I already talked about, the 3-star dungeon weapons are actually dropping now. Well, they have a chance to drop, and you're going to be able to craft them from All Things Merchant. The Nebula event schedule has been synced to run all server regions at all times. So it's going to be the line time throughout all the other regions. So people can't just, hop accounts and be like, I'm going to go to this one, I'm going to go to this one. No, it's going to be the same time and blah, blah, blah. Dimensional Trials, Chapel of Madness, and Halls of Strategy fixed the collision adjustment in the boss arenas to prevent players from attacking without retaliation. So no more cheesing the trial bosses, allegedly. They made it to where the Dominion and Guild versus Guild bosses for the field bosses now give higher activity point values than the Peace boss. The Peace boss gives slightly less. And the field boss update to where Dagon no longer where Dagon would not reset if there was no target for him to attack on the ground. So you're gonna have to have someone taking Dagon now. Combat fix with the Blessed Barrier. Fix it to where the duration was not active if the person that wasn't targeting did not have the duration effect active themselves, which is kind of a weird thing to see. And then they fixed a bunch of the weapon mastery updates. They've increased the amount of abundance fruit and mastery reports received from the Abyssal Star Battle Pass shop. Fixed the torture chamber screens codex that made it to where you had to have 5 ghosts to get the codex unlocked. Now you only need to have 3, because recently they've reduced the number of ghosts that you get from 5 to 3. So this made one of the codexes unable to be completed completely. Increased the number, the HP of the training dummies to keep up with the increased player damage output, because that should have been done immediately, especially with the tax golem, but whatever. Fixed the Feral Wolfer Aranka's Song of the Wild effect to be permanently active. This is the glitch where if you stun a mob, you get a 2% buff, and then if you go into a morph and wait out the time period for the guardian, you'll be able to keep that 2% buff and then stack it up to 3 times, getting a 6% attack buff. Fixed the issue with the armor diatrauma dash morph to not be shared across all characters on the account. and then fixing the issue where guild tags were not being added, or not being able to be added or edited. And that's pretty much it for all this stuff that's here. That's really important, to be honest. Oh, they fixed the issue that prevented players from crafting a crown of icebound infinity. I couldn't say that word correctly for whatever reason, but yeah, they fixed that as well. So that's going to be something that's going to be craftable now if you have those pieces, which no one should have those pieces, but you know, if you just so happen to be one of those glitchers. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Just more fixes, more UI fixes and stuff like that when it comes down to controllers, Vanguard fixes, be able to see your Vanguard health without, you know, having the incorrect health displayed, just stuff like that. So yeah, thank God they added the T3, I mean the 3-star dungeon weapon chest, dungeon weapons to the loot pool, because that was kind of the biggest thing everybody was looking out for, because they wanted to be able to complete their builds, and now it's here. We're gonna be able to actually go ahead and move forward with, you know, whatever we're doing in the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's been forever, and peace out.